is 8:22, and we're diving right in with Calgary's own Steven Ogg, dishing on his roles in The Walking Dead Grand Theft Auto as he prepares for the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
We're claiming fame. We're calling you Calgary's own. Do you still consider yourself a Calgarian?
I do. Although I say it, I'm the only person to say Calgary. How's it pronounced? Like
Calgary.
Calgary.
Yes.
And I say Calgary.
Well,
and I'm from here, and no one else says it, and everyone says, have I been saying it wrong? And I said, no, I think I'm the only one to say it like that, and I don't know why.
I think maybe it's because you've been out of Calgary for a while.
Even here, I used to always say Calgary.
Calgary.
Not Calgary.
Well, we won't hold you to it.
So, yes, I would still consider myself a Calgarian.
Calgarian.
Yeah.
Calgarian. Welcome home.
It's the 2 and 7 loves you. You're the best hometown I know.
Hello, Calgary.
Hello, Calgary.
Hello, Calgary.
Hello, Calgary.
Yes.
Oh, how'd they pronounce it on that song?
Calgary.
Hello, Calgary. So maybe it's from the song. I'm just inherently musical and I always want to break into song.
Okay, I heard that you wanted to break into song in the Kiwanis Music Festival. Can you recall this memory when you were a child?
Well, the Betty Boop.
Your early beginnings?
Yes, my early beginnings, which I always say, how did my mother and father not at some point go, should Steven really be... I used to dress up as Betty Boop in drag, but it was at school at Eugene Cost Elementary School during the school assemblies. And I don't remember why. I don't remember whose idea that was, but I would dress in drag and do a little Betty Boop show.
Betty Boop just doing the do.
No idea why. Very, very odd.
Okay, well,
Makes no sense.
Your character has swung to the opposite end of the pendulum here in some of the roles that you've played. Do you have walker stalkers in Calgary? Have you noticed yet?
Oh, like the people?
The super fandom, or people coming up to you with mustaches? Is this happening to you?
No. I mean, I think since I got rid of the mustache, it's a little more...
It's evolved?
It's not as much, but yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of people that recognize me for that. It's, but people are generally cool.
Yeah. It's a piece of history and a thread of sort of sociopathic characters that you have on your resume.
Excuse me.
I mean, not that you can call a robot a sociopath, but
that's right.
But if we dig into the sort of common themes of some of the characters that you've played in Simon Trevor and Rebus.
Yeah, there is a thread. I mean, my mother's always
What's that all about?
My mom's saying, why don't you play like a nice, like, romantic lead or something? I'm like, this. this is my business, and this does not, this has a certain look to it.
Sure.
So the heavy brow and the sort of Neanderthal look, I think, suits certain characters.
Right.
Although I'm now doing 2 projects in a row that my mother can watch, so I'm very excited.
Is she excited? I
think she is, yeah.
Was there a moment where your mom was like, okay, this is for real, this is success for you?
Well, it's always interesting, with family and mom and dads. For me, like, I could, like when I was in Westworld, and I was like, Ed Harris and I were throwing the ball together, or we were chatting about this, or I met, Tandy Newton and I, and all these people, especially with Westworld, with that, or even on The Walking Dead with, Andrew and I, or Norman and I did this. My mother, it just goes up the head.
Doesn't compute.
But the Calgary Herald article, whoa!
Yeah.
My son has made it. So it's always on a, sliding scale with what parents equate success with.
For sure.
So that's success. My boy made it. He was in the Calgary Herald.
Absolutely. We appreciate
Calgary.
that. You're here on breakfast television. You've made it.
Yeah, and things like this. This is like, oh my gosh, he's on City TV breakfast.
You're famous.
There you go.
How does it feel to be back in Calgary? Is it a trip down memory lane? Do you get to come back home at all?
Yeah, I mean, I try to get back as much as I can. I love Calgary. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to come back here and work. I mean, for years I was like, do some theater, because that's what I started here doing. I'd love to do a play here, or do some theater, or, Fargo shoots here. I know Helen Wheels was shooting here, but I'd love to come up here for 6 months.
Yeah.
And just work on a project, a show, or a movie, because that way, with my family here, it'd just be nice to spend.
I'm pretty sure you can make that happen.
I've been trying.
Yeah.
I've tried for every season of Fargo.
Just auditioning and auditioning?
Just like, oh, let's just get you and McGregor. Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Billy Bob.
Yeah, they just, the names.
Sure.
My name is not up there yet, so it keeps you know.
Well, it's certainly up there this weekend, the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo, and a handful of opportunities for you to meet Steven Ogg, including the Grand Theft Auto panel, which takes place tomorrow at 5:30. Does it surprise you is there a great differential in your fan group when it comes to the video gamers versus the Walker Stalkers and Westworld being new?
Is there a difference? I mean, I think the only difference with fans is the different countries you're in.
Right.
That's
Very
the
popular
biggest
in
difference.
Europe.
Europe is, yeah, and Australia. I was like, when I'm feeling down, I should go to Australia.
Go down under.
Because, man, the reaction there. And Japan. So it's more just, the fans are different in the different countries from proximity. Like Japan, everyone's very, just respectful, and it's arigato, and they'll give you a gift, generally everyone, and then that's it. Even with the language difference, it's very time spent with you done. I don't, because Canada and the U.S. are different, and people are different everywhere.
Different personal
Love
space.
all people, all children and everyone, but there are certain places where they get closer to you. That's the difference in
boundaries are
fans.
different.
Yes, there's sort of almost a sense of entitlement that they own you, so they can get closer to you. So that's the difference with fans, and the people that talk the less, or ask less, or want less, get closer to you. It's fascinating, but everyone check it out. It's when people get closer to you, they have less to say.
Oh.
And they just get in like this, and so you're left going, hey, what's up? What's your name? So that's
Calgary?
That's the difference.
Got it.
As opposed to Grand Theft Auto versus Walking Dead.
Sure.
I mean, it's all good.
It's all cultural.
It's all a lovely science experiment.
We, of course, I bet. We're happy to have you back here.
This guy's just chuckling away.
Cameraman Nick is a super fan and the best audience, and he plays Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, you guys can talk.
Fangirling?
He might invade your personal space during the commercial break. So we'll get
That's
to
why
that.
we'll be able to tell where he's from. If he just says, nice to meet you, and walks away, he's probably from Japan.
He's not.
Okay.
He's going to have some bro time in commercial break here. 8:30. Thank you for joining us.